Hey everyone, welcome to season 2 of the Aussie Reds Show, episode number 1. We're back and better than ever, and I have the very famous, very in demand Darren Forty. How
What's
are you, my
going
man?
on? Good, man. How are you? What's happening?
Not a whole lot. We chatted before, so I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad the Premier League is back.
Yeah, me
My
too. Yeah.
Sunday mornings is slightly more interesting now. So provided
Yeah.
that we can
Until
put
the
some
Europa
wins
League
together.
kicks in, then it'll be the Monday mornings.
Well, most of the games here have already been Monday mornings,
They
eh?
have actually, yeah. Like the Newcastle game was Monday morning, but the Bournemouth game last week was Saturday. But yeah, it's been a bit. Yeah, I hate this. I hate like when the first game of the season was a Monday morning. I'm fucking that sucked. But anyway,
Yeah.
that is what it is.
So what have you? I know you said you haven't seen a lot of the games,
Yeah,
but what?
so I've been a bit flat out. I've been catching the games at where I can, especially with the early starts for work and then the late games on a Monday morning. But one thing that I've really that I'm really impressed with so far is I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Sablojai. You might know how do you pronounce his name?
Soberslai.
Slobodan Milosevic. Slobodan. We'll call him Slobodan. He's, mate, I love him, eh? He's just, he's a baller. He's come in and he's taken that number 8 and a little known fact, he's apparently got a Steven Gerrard quote tattoo on his arm, which is pretty cool. So he's idolized Stevie. So a lot, like most of us. But yeah, I think our midfield, especially for in an attacking sense, has made a massive improvement. I guess you got McAllister come in, you got the Slobodan come in, and just the way he moves forward with the ball. He's always looking forward. He's not one of those midfielders that's going to grab the ball and he wants to move the ball forward, which is especially in the Premier League, it's extremely important. Than holding and pushing the ball back and then looking for him. He's always looking for an opportunity, and I love him. Then you got McAllister as well, who's looks to be like an unreal attacking threat there in the midfield. I mean, defensive.
Hendo?
Oh yeah. So Hendo, look, I'm not too. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too disheartened to see him go. If I'm being honest, I don't get me wrong. I loved Hendo. He did such a great service for us. He was good, but he was even towards the last season, his legs were starting to go a bit. He just seemed a little bit off the pace. He's because how old's Hendo now? 32 or 31 or something.
I was talking about. Yeah, he is about 32, but I was talking about that Japanese kid. Endo.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Hendo.
Yeah.
Oh, Endo.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see too much because we only just got him, so I didn't see too much about him. But I'll be interested to see because he's more of that defensive midfield role.
Everyone's like, oh, he's Arthur Mello 2.0. Not really. He's not Arthur Mello 2.0.
How do we know who Arthur Mello 2.0 is? He never played for us. I mean, essentially, he came. He was on a loan till January and then got injured and was out till January. So
we paid his wages to basically sit on the bench and do nothing.
Yeah, that's right. So, who knows? I mean, look, I'm stoked with McAllister and Slobodan. I guess the only concerns moving forward so far this season, actually not at the moment, but I think it's going to become is obviously the defense seems a little bit off at times. I mean, even against Newcastle, like Van Dijk, red card, whatever you can argue whatever it is, red card or not. But the reality is he was very slow getting across as well. He was late. He was
Van Dijk.
Yeah. I'm not trying to blame Van Dijk and saying that he's getting on, which probably is. He's 30. I think Van Dijk's 31 or something now. But yeah, I guess we probably needed. Look, we got Endo, so we got a defensive midfielder, which is what we needed. We probably, I think we just need maybe a little bit more solid depth at the back there. I mean, Joe Gomez isn't exactly one of my picks. Excuse me. You got Canade and Van Dijk, which are obviously two probably the best ones we've got. And then Trent hasn't exactly been the best the start of this season, especially giving away the ball to fucking Anthony Gordon. And, his clearing header nearly, was great save by Allison from Newcastle. It wasn't exactly his fault he cleared the header out. We should have closed that down a lot sooner than that shot come in. You know what I mean? But I think there needs to be whether or not we'll get it, I doubt we will. But look, I'm happy with the attacking threat that we've got at the moment, and that's probably that's one of the most important things. Because last couple of years we had a good attacking three at the front, midfield kind of lacked creativity. Then we had a solid back line. Now we've got good attacking forces, good midfielders, and now I don't know, we just need maybe one player in there just to kind of solid that depth up a bit. I don't think Joe Gomez, I don't know. He used to be good before he got injured a couple of years ago, and then, I don't know where to go from there. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, the Chelsea game, I thought the first 20 minutes was probably the best football I think we've played so far in the first three games. I think that the first 20 minutes against Chelsea, I was like, I could buy into the Liverpool FC Reloaded, to quote Klopp. I felt the goal they scored was, again, I found against Chelsea they were getting in behind our lines way too easy, and because there was no defensive midfielder. I mean, for me to have Gakpo, McAllister in the Fabinho role, Gakpo trying to play the sort of box to box, and then Szoboszlai, bombing forward, which I think is something we haven't had, I think, properly since Steven Gerrard. I mean, maybe Wijnaldum will sort of fit that role a bit, but I found Wijnaldum slightly different. Like Szoboszlai, he plays, he just likes to get the ball bombed forward. I haven't to really attack the box.
Correct. Yeah.
Be the actual transition as Keita was supposed to be for us before, from defence to midfield. But against Chelsea, I thought they got in behind our lines way too easy. I think I think when we had the ball, we looked okay. I thought Luis Diaz looked sharp. So far, probably my favourite play. I think the goal he scored, the little overhead kick. I think it was against
Bournemouth.
Was Chelsea. Was that Bournemouth or Chelsea?
I think it was Bournemouth. The overhead. I think he scored against Chelsea. It was it was a good cross from Salah, or good pass, really.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing. Like I said, I agree with you. I don't know if I always agree with Klopp's substitutions.
That can be a little bit mind-boggling sometimes. Understanding what's going on.
Yeah, what is he trying to do? Some of the substitutions, but like I said, man, I thought the Chelsea game was good. I just thought that when we didn't have the ball, they broke into Sterling, got into our behind the lines in our midfield way too quickly. The Bournemouth game really didn't test us that much because obviously double Bournemouth, not Chelsea. And I thought that 3-1 was a fair result. I mean, they scored first, so that was always not going to be great. But then we've got to fight back and get into the game. I mean, the red card. McAllister's red card. I still think McAllister's red card was ridiculous, and I still think I disagree. I still don't think Van Dijk's was a red card. I thought if anyone was going to be a red card, I was probably going to yell second yellow. Yeah.
I agree.
That to me looked more of a sending off than what Van Dijk did.
Yeah, look, I didn't think it. Yeah, look, with the Van Dijk, I know, I don't think it was a clear goal scoring opportunity, if I'm being honest. I mean, even if he did get around Van Dijk, he would have gone off to. Was it clear? It wasn't clear cut, in my opinion. Was it a red card? I don't know. I'm not overly surprised that it's a red. Yeah, look, and it wasn't a malice challenge either. I know there's no different when it comes to goal scoring opportunity.
But here's a question, right? Here's a question, right? Did he tackle him? Was it his foot to his foot, or was it just a clash of legs?
I think
How
it was
do
a
you-
clash of legs. I think because it
Then
looked
it's
like
not
it
a
looked
card,
clear
though.
that looked like looked clear that Van Dijk got the ball right. In my opinion, Looked like
He got a lot of the ball. The ball went.
Yeah.
Went. You know,
And
he
then
clearly went
someone
for
was
the
saying,
ball.
"Oh, yeah, but he went through the play." I'm like, "But how else are you meant to fucking get the ball? Like, we're not touch him. Like, that's part of the game, isn't it?" A bit, yeah.
For me, it's like, did he go for the foot, or was it a clash of legs? And I don't think there is any way to know. And so the benefit of
Nah.
the doubt should have just gone to Liverpool because
Mm.
it wasn't clear and obvious. How was that
Mm.
clear and obvious? Red cards, they should be clear and obvious. The fact that everyone's debating it, some people think it's a red, some people didn't. I don't. I mean, yellow at best. I thought
Yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold was
Yeah, it
probably a
was-
second yellow, but Klopp was right, is that he got fouled first. So what happened after that? He shouldn't have got the first yellow card when he
fair
took
enough.
the
Yeah.
ball away, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Which I didn't even think it was that bad. He just pushed the ball away. It wasn't as if
but
he
now-
launched it into the ground or anything or kicked it away. Like, yeah.
to me,
I
the
think there's been
ref-
some harsh calls already. I mean, I had McAllister and Van Dijk in my fantasy Premier League team, and they both got fucking red cards.
well, I
you
was
know, look,
screaming.
Yeah, I
I
can't
was-
believe the McAllister red card was a joke.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely,
a joke.
that was stupid. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way, you know. And then,
No,
like,
if that's a red card, now you've set the precedent of what red cards are going to be this season because the referees are like, they're all, you know, they're like one little group on their own, right? They're going to stand by each other, right?
of course
so-
they do.
But now you've set the precedent that if that's a red card for McAllister and Van Dijk, then there's going to be a lot more red cards this season, or it's going to be a massive amount of inconsistency from the refereeing side of football or Premier League this season. So
Yeah,
it's either going to be the red cards are going to be far more or inconsistent refereeing. Like I thought it was a joke. I think the refereeing so far has been awful. People blame VAR. To me, it's still got to be interpreted by humans for the light. It's not like there's AI robots. You know, for me, I mean, there's a big difference between seeing challenges in real time and not. But anyway, look, for me, for McAllister and Szoboszlai's transfers have been great. It was terrible that we missed out on Casido and Lavia. I mean, we could talk about that for like an hour.
Casido when they went to Chelsea.
Both of them went to Chelsea.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And
he wanted to go there and fucking go.
yeah.
My
So
opinion.
yeah, same. So for me, brother, like it was just, you know, I don't care who we get as long as it's Klopp. If Klopp wants these players, we got to go and get. We need, like you said, we need a central defender
Yeah,
definitely this season because Matip and Gomez, even though Gomez did do too badly against Newcastle, for me, I thought the Newcastle. I was screaming.
He just got Gomez like even last. He worries me.
Yeah,
at
you
the
never know
back.
what you're going to.
I
The
don't
box
know,
of
like,
chocolates, mate.
That's right. Yeah, he worries me, Gomez. I don't know. Like he's just one of those defenders that you worry that's going to make a silly error or something. Even though fucking Trent's made some silly errors lately, especially at the end of the goal. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was he shouldn't have got a haircut. That's his problem. Yeah.
I was screaming at the TV, like when Newcastle. I'm like, it was great that Newcastle had their 12th man on the field this time, because for me it was a referee, and right because I'm like normally the 12th man's in the crowd. I just thought it was I thought the two goals from Nunez, like for me, like when Klopp took off Luis Diaz and not Salah, I thought that was. I mean, I just think, or not take off Gakpo. I actually thought taking Luis Diaz was a huge mistake. I thought he's been our shining light out of all the front three this season.
Yeah.
And then if you want to keep, why keep? I mean, Gakpo really didn't do much that game. So for me, Szoboszlai and Nunez were the two best players. I mean, Nunez is 2 goals, man. Like
I was talking to my man about it. I said
Torres-esque, mate.
yeah, Nunez would have missed those shots last year. which means
Yeah.
which he's been working. Like he's obviously been working on that because last season, obviously he got into some fantastic positions and he missed quite a lot. But that's easily fixed. You're getting in the right positions. That's what you want in a striker. Look, you're gonna miss some. Okay, argumentally sake, he missed quite a lot last year, which he should have buried. But it is what it is. But you can tell we've got a different Nunes this season than what we did last season. Still getting in the same spots, but his finishing is far more clinical, and we've seen that in the pre-season as well. His finishing was clinical. You know what I mean? And he proved that against Newcastle. And look, 2 goals that were pretty much carbon copies of each other, really, weren't they?
No, absolutely. I mean, when people say they were carbon copies.
Yeah, they were in the same spot, just about. And, mate, across the keeper to the far post are always hard goals to get against, especially against any goalkeeper. And, yeah, he nailed both of them under pressure. So I thought the Nunes of last season would have missed those, and you can see there's been an improvement in his clinical finishing this year so far. So I guess we'll see more, but I think I was wrapped that Nunes got those 2 goals, and they were just great goals too, just good finishes.
I don't. They call him the Uruguayan Andy Carroll. I don't remember Andy Carroll scoring great goals.
I love it how they call him Uruguayan Andy Carroll. Like, there's no way. Yeah.
So I mean, for me, brother, like it was, the Uruguayan Fernando Torres. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Those to me weren't Andy Carroll finishes, mate. They were Fernando Torres style. For me, he looks like a Uruguayan Fernando Torres.
He does, correct, yeah. And he's similar. Yeah, that's right. He's same body shape, tall, fast. He's got that stature that Fernando Torres had. And we got another Fernando Torres and Steven Gerrard team up with Nunes and Szoboszlai. So yeah.
I think that we should use McAllister more on that sort of Modric role, where like a Paul Scholes type player. I don't see him bombing I don't see him. I'd rather him hold a little bit back and just ping the passes, dictate the midfield, be the orchestra in the midfield. So that's kind of where I want. And I still think for Liverpool to seriously challenge Manchester City this season and overcome Arsenal we still need a central defensive midfielder. Yeah. And we still need a central defender.
Yep. I agree. That's going to be our undoing. Look, I think we're off to a way better start this season than where we were last season. That's for sure. So I definitely
Newcastle at home was a tough game.
Yeah, well, they were the one club I seen in the first 3 fixtures where I thought they're going to be one of our hardest ones that we're going to come up against. Although I did watch shades of Newcastle against City, and although City only won 1-0, it looked like City dictated Newcastle in that game, which made me realise, well, they're good, but they're not top 2 good from what I've seen the last 2 games either. I mean, so yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen moving forward. I still think Newcastle will be up around that probably top 5 mark towards the end of the year. It's going to be a tough one, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, cool. What is your? I mean, is there any players in the market that you would want Liverpool to sign, or you sort of leave it to Klopp?
Not too sure at this moment, to be honest. I mean. I've kind of been a little bit out of touch with the new players available for transfer for Liverpool. Like, look, as long as we get it, that's what I mean. That's why I just want a solid defensive midfielder. Look, we've got that Endo guy. All right, we'll see how he pans out. And we need another central defender or someone. You know what I mean? Not fucking Harry Maguire. I've seen that rumor come up. There's no way. Surely not. I've seen a rumor come up that Harry Maguire. No, thank you.
No.
I'd rather put me in there.
I think April's past. Yeah. We don't need. Oh, please. I mean, I would rather keep Gomez and Matip But to me, dude, like, I mean, Manchester City just look again too good, and so for us, I think Manchester City do go through spells in the season where they fall off for a few games
Yes,
and a few months.
they do,
Like
and
they did,
they certainly do.
and they're going to have the big pressure of Champions League, and but that Haaland looks Haaland, and again this year, and I think he's only going to get better. I think where they may be slightly a bit weak is without the Gundogan, whatever his name is, Gundogan.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
never say these names properly.
good. Yeah, I
Gundogan, yeah, Gundogan. That's it.
good doing something like that.
So I mean, because we are. This is a mini clip. We are 2 injuries away from a disaster season,
Yeah, we certainly are. Yeah,
and so we need depth. And look, you and I have been FSG out before it was cool, right?
yeah.
So
Like the beginning of last season, even you know what I mean. Like especially with like the lack of spending at the beginning of last season as well, which was an evident fact of why we finished where we did last season as well.
I mean, you have to think we got rid of 8 players, Darren. We got rid of Fabinho. We got rid of Henderson. We got rid of Oxlade Chamberlain. We got rid of
So Milner's gone.
Keita, Milner. I mean, you're talking big weight, bro. That's got to at least be about $1 million a week, almost off the wage bill, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And we signed Szoboszlai, and like, tell me, like, why? For me, the biggest problems at Liverpool Football Club is we've lost 2 great directors of football. One in Michael Edwards,
yeah,
and second in Julian Ward. Why would we get 2 of these directors of footballs leave because FSG wasn't spending and weren't doing the right things? That's the only thing you can account for it. And then you brought in this other guy, Shematki, I don't know his name. He signed 2 players, McAllister and Szoboszlai, which are great, but they all had release clauses in their contract. So as long as we met the
correct, they're free to come. Yeah, that's right.
That's it. They have to accept the offer. So what bit of business? Endo's the only 16, 18 million, and I'm glad we got him because we had no defensive midfielders. Like there was none. We had Henderson and Fabinho that can really play that role. So where would we have gone from there? And to me, we still need, if we're going to seriously challenge for the title this year, we need 2 more players.
Yeah, agreed.
Minimum.
All right.
Transfers finish. I know you're going to run. Transfers finish, I think, Saturday in England. So Saturday or Sunday, I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
So we've only got a few days left, and it's highly doubtful.
Yeah.
Predictions for Villa?
Okay, so at Anfield on Saturday, my prediction is going to be I can't see us getting away with not conceding. So I think it's going to be 3-1 Liverpool. Scorers, I'm going to go Salah. I'm going to put down Szoboszlai as another scorer, and Luis Diaz. Szoboszlai. I still can't get it right. Szoboszlai. Yeah, that's it. Szoboszlai. Your predictions?
I'm going to say 2-1, and it's going to be hard because Van Dijk may not be there.
Yeah.
Or would he miss the following game?
I can't remember. I always thought it was the next game he missed. Is it like? But then again, yeah. So and I'm like, when you miss 3 games, that's when it's a real bad red card. Isn't it like a real, like a headbutt, like Darwin Núñez?
Well, even it's violent conduct.
Yeah.
I think he might miss. Well, if he misses Villa, I think we're going to concede absolutely. But I mean, that stop that Alisson did against Newcastle was the save. Was the save of the season, bro.
It was incredible save. They've already put that down as probably the best save of the season already. It was incredible. The reaction and the speed that the ball came in. No goalkeeper in the Premier League that I know of, apart from Alisson, would have saved that. That was destined for fucking goal. And if that would have went in, it was a different story. But anyway, back to Villa. So you saying 2-1?
2-1. I'm going to say Diaz, Diaz, and yeah, Szoboszlai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
I think that kid is out. I just love the way he pings the ball around the field too, man.
Oh yeah, he's just a fucking he's a conductor and the conductor of the orchestra. Him.
I reckon in 2 more years at this rate, he's going to be worth about 200 million.
Yeah,
And
and in 2 more years, Real Madrid will be come knocking on the door. So let's fucking get a trophy before that happens.
Yeah, that's it.
Preferably the Premier League.
Yeah, another one will be great in front of the crowd this time. Well, thanks a lot, Dazza.
You're welcome,
And
mate. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments. And we look forward to speaking with you in the next session.
Sounds good. See you guys.
Hang on.